Hi, welcome to Johnny Works. Today we're starting my second wire spool table. Okay, I'm going to epoxy the top of it. It's going to be a Boston Bruins theme. Okay, for my sister. This is a gift to my sister and her boyfriend who are huge Bruins fans. This will go into their man town or she town or Bruins town or whatever they call that room in the basement where they hang out and watch the games. Okay, I got some old hockey sticks taped together. I'm going to see if I can make some kind of legs out of these things. And here's my muscle, Veda, my girl. If you're ever coming over to collect money or anything from me, she'll be 10 feet from me at all times. Krylon. Alright, so here I am cutting up some symbols that I got online. Okay, I ordered the Bruins sticker, but the rest of this stuff, the rest of the ice rinks, the face-off areas, the goals, that stuff I had actually printed off the computer, off the internet, cut them out, and then I used Mod Podge and stuck these things to my table. Here I am cutting the tape off. This is my red line and my blue lines. I just wanted to make them a little thinner, and that is actually electrical tape. And making sure everything's lined up, and like I said, then I put my logos on on each side, and all my other pieces that I cut out, Mod Podged the underside, and then put them down, then Mod Podged over them. That stuff actually dries clear, goes on milky, but it dries clear. That way you can seal right over it and you don't even see it.
I laid strips of this vinyl flooring that I had. I cut strips, and then I put a couple screws going around the edges of this thing, and I held it up about 1/8 of an inch, maybe 3/16 above to give a little border. And then I took a ratchet strap off camera. My wife came down and helped me hold the thing, and I ratchet strap this thing together, hold this thing tight. And last thing, I shimmed up the bottom of the table because my floor's a little crooked, old house. And this thing's level. If you can read this thing, perfect. This way, almost perfect. Last pour. It's actually my third pour. First one sucked right into the table. Second pour, I hit a bunch of the voids. Again, one more time. Also, I sanded in between each coat. I did 80 grit. Not for too long, but just enough to rough it up. Take any of the high spots out. And now we're gonna fill in the nose balls.
This guy. Trick me. Never.
I got it!
What are you doing now? Get out!
There you punk. Get him, Peter. Get that guy. Trespasser. Better run, boy.
I didn't do anything!
Get out of here!
Alright, so after chasing Polly out of my house, I stripped my vinyl off the sides, and then I used a sander, taking all the sharp edges off and getting this thing as smooth as possible on the edges. Then I used a spray bottle and wet sanded. I started with 1,000 grit, and then I went to 2,000 grit, and then 3,000 grit sandpaper. That gave me a nice satiny feel. It was actually a matte finish, and that's the look I wanted to make this thing look like a hockey rink that had been skated on. It actually worked really well, but I wet sanded, making sure every time it was wet, and then wiped that thing down and it came out like glass.
Alright, fire away. Right. Open that bad boy. Just like Christmas in the summer.
Christmas in July.
Let's
Wow.
move that bus.
Right?
Ta-da! Wow.
That's
awesome.
you know the old school bowling alley games?
Yes.
Feels like the The wax you
Well,
throw on it.
if you notice, I kept the frosted look. I actually sanded it
love
on purpose so it
the
looked like ice.
Looks like it's been sanded on ice. This is amazing.
I love all the numbers. You got some Neely on there.
Those are all the
Retired
retired
numbers.
Those are all the
Those are the
retired,
retired
Hall of
numbers.
Fame numbers for the Bruins.
Look at that. This is amazing.
What do you think?
Who's Esposito? No, I'm just kidding.
The light too. That lights up the sticks.
That's what I did it for.
That's awesome.
The bottom's a wire wheel because the top's also a wire wheel. In case you didn't know.